Yes, actually we do make the harnesses and the leash and the collars. These are made out of paracord. We actually have a shop on Etsy that sells this as well.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, I tried working for a couple months. I've been trying to work off and on because I'm tired of feeling kind of useless. So, I mean, I need some. It's basically become mine and my roommate's job to just make these.
Feedback on that?
Recently we started getting, a few sales. Most of our sales have been by word of mouth.
I've wondered how people get that done. Like my mom's an artist, so she's got stuff on Etsy.
Well, you have to have a number of stuff listed on there, and then I also did a Kickstarter for it so we could get more money for the materials and to make some better products, because this isn't the only kind of stuff we make. We also make like lanyards, necklaces, bracelets, handcuffs, and we have other ideas that aren't just paracord that we're working on right now that we're really trying to get everything kind of started up here. I mean, we only recently got it up on Etsy. It's been about half a month, and
You've already sold stuff?
We sold stuff by word of mouth. We haven't sold anything on Etsy yet. I also posted on Craigslist here a couple days ago, and we've gotten a couple responses to that. I had one person who's ordering from us also in person. They're going to be coming down potentially tomorrow. I'm waiting for an email back from them to buy a leash. We're making a leash with an extra handle.
That's a really brilliant idea. I was looking at that.
They have a German Shepherd, and they wanted something with some better control than a regular leash with just the ends here.
Right.
So we're going to be making another one with that extra handle on it.
And that cord again?
It's going to be the paracord, yes. So,
it's going to be comfortable, too.
Yeah, it's very comfortable for him. Actually, before my dog had this collar here, she had another collar, and she was losing fur on her neck because it was one of those flat collars. So we started using the paracord stuff, and her hair's growing back. I guess it has more air in it, or maybe it's just looser. I don't know. She just is gaining back her hair, and that she lost. It was mostly on the front here, but I don't want to get her up right now. So, but I mean, the old harnesses I used to have that went back here, they stopped hurting her, and she lost fur underneath her legs there. And I haven't seen any fur loss of this yet.
How long has she been wearing that?
We've had that for at least, I think we made it about a month ago.
Yeah.
So
when she gets up again, I'm going to ask what you did on the chest, but I'm not going to get her. I'll let her stay.
She could probably get up and she won't move. I mean, she was just excited, you said hi, and she thinks, oh, it's playtime.
Yeah, she's a lovely dog.
But yeah, I mean, and even if, there's other service dogs out there, you're always training them, you're always teaching them new things, and correcting behaviors. You have to work with them on a daily basis. Even if,
over time, they'll grow to be, still get better, and they'll both get better.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, she's going out.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for talking to me about your dog.
Yeah.
So is that a rubber?
It's plastic. However, most of them that we make are actually metal. It's just the plastic ones seem to be a little bit more stable, and I don't like the clinking, so
I'm with you on that.
I wanted to use a plastic one. Normally we use the metal D-rings, but we're also open, if other people want to custom have us make something, we can make really anything that they want us to,
You just get that stuff at Home Depot or something?
There's a number of retailers online, and we get the recent colors we have right now are from Fred Meyer, but it's a little cheaper if you buy it in bulk online. We're hoping that some of the money that we get from our Kickstarter will be used for buying a number of more colors, as well as like more clips. I'm also wanting to try and, you know how we have these plastic clips here that snap together. So we have that plastic one over there, and I want to try and get some metal ones. So there are metal ones. We've made one bracelet with a metal clip, and it's a lot better quality. So I'm gonna see if we can buy some of those, and you know, we just made some business cards, but they're not like on cardstock yet. They're just in a PDF format, and we printed them out and like all that. So I'm gonna try and figure out if there's a place we want to try and get them on like a cardstock, or if we want to just buy paper.
I see these places, I don't know where, but I've seen like little boxes for $10. And you know, they're not like extra fancy, but it's so good.
Well, ours are reversible. We have one of these.
Did you print it?
Yeah, we printed that on our laser printer.
Well, did you know you can buy micro-perforated cardstock that's meant to be in business cards?
Yeah, we just buy the paper or go to a printing company, either way.
That looks pretty good.
Yep. So, you know, we've had people ask about it, and then we never had anything to give them. So we're like, well, maybe we just need business cards, you know.
Yeah. Are you Taryn or Swift?
I'm Swift. Taryn's my roommate, and she does a lot more of the actual knotting. I do a lot more of the advertising, and I design.
You're the marketer.
I'm a marketer.
Side, yeah.
But I also, you know, I work with her, and so that's the front and back. And, you know, this symbol is actually our logo for our manga series called Yokai Shifters, which we've been working on for 2 years. We only have a rough draft of the first book. We have it planned out for about 80 manga.
So who's the artist?
She does my roommate Karen does the pencil drawings, but if you look at like this cloud, originally this cloud on here was just in pencil, black and white. What I do is I take these images, scan them in, and I color them.
What do you use to color them with?
Okay, so
That's really nice.
I use a tablet. I actually have it with me. So I have this tablet here. You can take a look at that if you want.
So you scan it on there, and then this connects with the...
No. So that gets plugged into the computer, and there's a wireless pen. And and I can actually show you on the computer if you'd like how I do that here.
That's pretty cool.
So we're just gonna plug this in here. Just a casual fight.
Just like Matt.
Okay, so then I use GIMP because it's free. It's like Photoshop.
Got that football tackle. my brother, the woman.
And I'm just going to make a blank thing here.
Train your brother? Yeah.
So, you can use different colors, and if I... Okay, so I can make like, I can draw on this. I can actually, if I use these things here, I can click instead of pressing down on the thing here. So you can use the eraser.
That's very cool.
So, if I open up, let's see.
Did you go by Swift?
Yeah, I go by Swift. I've been going by that name since I was about 14.
That's a cool name. I'm just sharing.
Sorry, I mean, this is like a wolf I made solely with that here. I didn't actually draw it out or anything first. And, the proportions are kind of off, but...
They don't make it straight to make it like how they would try to they would shoot it.
Oh, you do that freehand?
Yeah, with just the tablet. Yeah.
Basically,
that's pretty impressive.
Let me see if I can actually
have holes in them every which angle.
Find that cloud design.
They said on the CP, if we did the basically the fight paint. Basically not good in the paint.
Yeah, I actually am
you have a problem with
pretty
That's how I would fight.
I'm not sure what the word is right now, but I used to actually do some programming.
The only time that someone ever taught me the knife.
So I'm self-taught in a programming language called Dreammaker. So I know quite a bit about computers. And I'll actually show you. So like,
he started coming out like, okay.
there's a lot of programming here for a video game. But anyway, so this is that design. Now, originally, that's what it looked like. So she drew it on like a grid paper, and I took that image, and I took my pen here and wrote over it on a separate layer. So I did that, and I also blended the colors. She uses grid paper a lot because it gets better as far as dimensions. So like if you want something exactly, it's kind of easier to proportion any kind of image. But honestly, you could use anything, and I could take it and basically create it into a colored format. Let's see here. I have other things I've done. Yeah. He likes to normally. And this is actually a drawing I did here. That's without the background on it.
I didn't even know that back for 20 minutes you were telling me about
So that's kind of my drawing style.
Not that long. About 300. I've seen it.
This is something before I had the, this is before I had that drawing pen here. This is like digital.
I'll say that's very pixelated.
Yeah, this before I had this in my pad. I actually got that for Christmas, and it's been really helpful, especially creating stuff for our business.
You saw more than that? You went to play?
Let's see.
When I asked him how much he had, he's like, I have like 4.
He has more storage.
He was telling me about everything.
This was also the first document I used that tablet with. That's all freehand.
So it's also
First time I used it. But anyway, enough about all that stuff and whatever. So yeah, you know, working on our business, working to get her a little bit more trained, and you know, getting a little bit farther in our lives than where we've been at.
You know, it can be hard to launch. You know, to figure out what you're doing and figure out what skills you have that you can market. I've thought about that a lot. I just don't know more power to you. That's hard, I think, to market things so that people will buy them. And I'm not sure what the trick is. You know, my mom, her stuff is really amazing, and it's so hard for her to get buyers.
Yeah. You know,
giving stuff people useful. But have you thought about like trying to market it like
actually, my roommate's adoptive mom suggested going to like some small shops and
like independent, not like Pet
yeah.
Smart,
But I mean, we haven't done that yet. But we don't have enough of a buildup of materials to even do that. I mean, if we were to sell to someone, for instance, a paracord collar, we'd have to make it in multiple sizes because they're not sizable. They're in multiple colors, and we don't have, you know, the money at the moment in the startup. We've already spent over, you know, $1,500, you know, and on a lot of these supplies and stuff. So I mean, and that's
a lot of dollars.
It's pretty expensive, you know, to start up. And I mean, most companies, you know, first 3 years to 5 years, they're going to be in debt. So I mean, we're kind of expecting that, but you know, it takes quite a bit, and it also took a lot of trial and error for some of our stuff. We sold, like I said, a number of stuff by word of mouth. We sold a couple collars. We sold a leash. We're selling a leash potentially tomorrow. We sold a bracelet, and we recently developed like I said, a couple other kind of things. So hopefully, if we can at least get what we wanted on the Kickstarter, you know, we can start out with get a little bit more materials, and maybe even, you know,
That's
that cost we've already.
A lot of people are doing Kickstarters. Do you have yours up?
Yeah, we already have ours up.
Has anybody donated anything?
We've had $2 donated so far. Originally, I had it on GoFundMe, and I ended up getting a little bit of money on there, but it's because it took a while to get our Kickstarter started, because you have to have a lot of information. You have to get your bank account verified, and you have to provide so much information, and they really, you know, go into researching what you're doing before they just post it to there. And I wanted to make sure we had enough material for Kickstarter before doing all that. So I kind of have both.